I've got the iCarly theme song stuck in my head, but I can't complain.
You know, yeah, it could be worse.
Yeah, it was worse before this song.
Oh, we've lost Cameron. Cameron is gone. Cameron's back.
Wow, that was a thrilling B plot.
What is it? What's the name of this campaign again? Storm
Storm King's
King's Thunder.
Thunder.
Is Storm King two word?
It's too, yeah.
Danny, you can see the name if you hover over the tab that we're in.
I have it in full screen mode for the stream.
Ah, I didn't even know about full screen mode.
Cameron T
F11.
is typing.
I thought
F11
you
is.
said press 11, and I was like, I don't have an 11.
Alright, if Greg wants to watch, he can look at my.
He'll figure it out. He'll figure it
Oh
out.
wait, I actually linked my friend to the initiative page. Are we not
No!
streaming?
No, we're
No,
not, because it's a
everything's
bitch to get
messed
the
up,
stream key.
Cameron.
Danny,
I have 3 different stream keys cycling on my computer. I can't keep track of all this, and I don't want to have it logged into the D&D initiative all the time. But I logged in an incognito window, and Greg doesn't know the fucking email password.
do you know how
Probably
many
not
viewers you're
listening to
letting down
podcast
right
yet.
now?
At least one. At least two, actually.
But I'm there for the sketchpad.
You are there. The
It's
sketchpad
not
no
even the
longer
sketch pad
exists.
anymore. The sketch pad is dissolved.
Okay. I'm gonna start DMing now. So last we met, you guys were in the town of Bryn Shander when there was a attack from frost giants and some winter wolves. They were looking for a man named Artis Simber, the inventor and designer of Mannequin Number Five, Danny's character, as well as the father of his companion, Cyric, I believe. Um, uh, you the town managed to evacuate some of the people. Some of the people went into hiding. It wasn't looking great until Breeze uh, found a document showing Artist Simber having passed through and then going down, leaving his son and Mannequin Number Five, and then going down to Waterdeep, which seemed to satisfy the Frost Giants for now. You then just kind of did a quick trip around the different towns of 10 towns uh, just to check in, but everything seemed okay. But besides the fact that with Bryn Shander in ruins, the giants had just laid wreckage to the place. That was going to cause some problems with trade and stuff. So the sheriff, the new sheriff, Aldrich Brighthelm, has asked you to travel to Ironmaster to get reinforcements. So that is where we're at right now. Oh, and then you fought some barbarians that were seemed to be coming up towards Bryn Shander.
Oh, yeah.
That was
We
fun.
really massacred them.
Yeah, it was brutal.
It felt great.
Well, yeah, we went from an encounter that was oh shit, everybody could die to not being able to be hit. So my first question really here for you guys is what path do you want to take to Iron Master? So looking at the map here, right? Basically what you could do is you could go by the road, the red there, go through Hundlestone, which is like wow, that ping is not very useful in that area. If you can which is obviously going to be a lot safer, but it's also going to take a lot longer. If you go over to where the eye is, the information, and search travel, this is particularly for Cameron. You can see the travel rules, the travel how long travel takes under movement travel pace.
Nice.
So yeah, so if I give you guys a little no snapping, right? You're coming from here down, bam. Talking what 100 miles that way, so that is quite a ways of travel, right? A number of days of travel.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could take the riskier route. You do have a ranger that specializes in these kinds of things and cut that in half. by following this river, essentially.
Can you remind us why we're going to Iron Master? I forget.
Aldrich Brighthelm, the new sheriff, she became the sheriff after the last sheriff was murdered by these giants. Her clan is from Iron Master, and she is asking for reinforcements. A couple reasons. One, the frost giants could come back. Two, dwarves are known for their prowess in building and fine construction, so maybe get the city back up and running faster. And also, as you guys just realized, there are a number of barbarian tribes in the area that have an antagonistic relationship with Tentaz, to say the least. So there is also the possibility that they could try to take advantage of this momentary weakness.
I think we gotta hustle, guys.
I said let's put Cameron's ranger skills to the test.
Yeah,
Put
so
Cameron's ranger skills to the test.
Those are the words.
Yeah, I feel like this
I
seems like a
fear
job we should
hearing.
go quickly for. We gotta get the reinforcements ASAP.
High priority.
All right. Well, then in that case, so Cameron, do you have travel pace open?
No, let me open it up. Tell me again what to search.
Just search travel under the tab with the eye. That's the compendium that has
in
rules.
here.
Yeah.
Yes. Travel pace.
Yep. So yeah, so important things to note, right? So you also have some bonuses from being in your favorite terrain as a ranger, so you're gonna want to keep those in mind. I will say that this would be difficult terrain, but because it is your favorite terrain, I believe you get to ignore that. So yeah, that's why honestly why this is. Otherwise, I wouldn't even give this to you guys as an option because it would take the same amount of time and be worse. So it really depends how fast are you trying to go? How hard are you going to push the group to try to get there?
Wait, can you tell me again how to do the distance thing on the map?
Yep. So on the left there is
The
it's
ruler
one-
with the circle.
Yep. And then you're gonna want to try to do you're gonna want to do no snapping. So we'll say it's between 50 and 60 miles, right? Depending on how closely you follow the river and stuff like that.
So do you think I could say normal pace and feel confident to get there roughly in time?
Into what do you mean by in time?
Oh wait, 20. Never mind. If we do like 2 days normal pace, we'll get there with 2 days, and we won't have to rush ourselves.
Yeah. Okay. So all right. So if that's the plan, you guys pack up. The Devessa Shane gave you guys some money for and some materials. So you guys are definitely set for the journey. Is there anything that anybody wants to do before you leave?
we have rations, right?
I mean, I know that we technically kind of left last session, but that was kind of just to
fight some
whack some stuff. So I'm okay if we go, wait, I forgot my my satchel. But if not, then I'm gonna start off with Cameron making a survival check.
Hell yeah!
So you do get, because it's your favorite terrain, you do get your expertise. So you get your proficiency modifier again. So if you click the survival roll and then just add 3 to your total is what you're actually
All right.
gonna be getting. Oh shit.
Ooh,
We're off to the
baby.
goddamn races. 21 so 25. Okay. So as soon as you set off, right, it's immediately you got everybody's like, this is terrible luck. A snowstorm starts and it is basically impossible to see. And you are all you're not quite aware of Nemo's capabilities yet. But Nemo just is incapable of getting lost. There are times that the terrain is too difficult near the river, but Nemo always finds a way to navigate you around and get back to the river so that you can keep your course charted. At
Don't
this
worry,
point,
guys, I got you.
I'm gonna go like this so I can see a couple things. Somebody roll a D100 for me. Okay. And then somebody roll. We've got competing rolls. I'm gonna go with Dan's because he
Yeah, he
was
beat me up.
quicker on the trigger finger. Somebody roll a D20 then.
Fastest roll in the West.
3.
Okay, give me a moment.
Maybe 3 is good, guys. Oh, I should wear my blue light glasses.
Ooh, yeah.
They're new.
Nice.
So Cameron, you're navigating the party using the river as your guide. And you notice that you come to a point where the snow has been mostly almost not even snow, just like hard ice that you've been traveling over. But you get to a point where it turns into more of some of it softer snow, some of it snow that seems to then have like refrozen into these sort of slippery slopes, jagged kind of edges and stuff. Make another survival check for me.
All right, I start navigating the snow and I say, "Watch out, guys! This snow is like snow that turned into ice, guys."
So is it slippery? What?
It's more slippery, but more it's just that it's changed. Okay, so 20 total. You're navigating this, Cameron, and you immediately go, "Oh shit.
Oh shit, guys!
This is the workings of a Remoraz."
You guys ever hear about a Remoraz? This what did this.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go like this. Handout. This is what a Remoraz looks like.
Oh.
Ooh, baby. They look like those bugs that get into your house.
Well, yeah. So they burrow beneath the snow essentially and just wait there and use they have tremor sense. Wait for adventurers or navigators or travelers or whoever, whatever prey they can find to cross their area, and then they burst out from under the snow and ambush them. It seems you are walking directly into a Remoraz ambush. You also, what did you get? You got a 20? Yeah, I'll give you this. You also know that the reason why the snow melts the way it does is because the insides of their bodies are actually incredibly hot, to the point that if you touch it or cut it in any way, like steam emerges and will actually burn you. So I'm gonna move you guys over to this map here. First things first, let me grab your tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm on the wrong layer. Rookie mistake. This one, you rolled high, so I'll put you on this side of the map.
If they're so warm, maybe we can like cut them up like the tauntauns
Maybe, yeah.
and rest.
Roll 20 is being difficult. Hold on.
I wonder if it's even possible to cook their flesh to eat.
I don't know. Maybe if Cameron
Sure,
rolled higher, he
already
would know.
cooked.
Yeah, maybe it's already cooked.
Yeah, but
All right, we got to go one by one because roll 20 is terrible. Cool. That's fine.
I guess that would be convenient.
And what would you guys say your marching order is as you're navigating? Obviously, Cameron's probably in the front.
Hmm.
I'm comfortable pretty like towards the front.
I'm a gnome. I don't know where you guys think a gnome would be.
I would say probably in the middle so we don't lose you because you're small.
I can bring up the rear.
Like the point of my hat is like sticking out of the snow.
Keep
Yeah, I'm
watch.
probably in the front or back. I don't know.
I'm sorry this takes a while when Roll20 doesn't want to do
Dan,
its job.
What is your class and race again?
Mine? I'm
Dan,
an
You're a genasi, right?
I'm an air genasi, and I'm a warlock.
Dan, what are you?
Dwarf fighter.
Oh, nice.
All right, let me move you all over here. Can you guys successfully see the map at this point?
I see
Yeah, let me
purple.
zoom up.
Yeah.
Red.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So yeah, you guys can put yourself in whatever order. So it sounds like we got Breeze somewhere in the back, somewhere in the middle. I don't remember what Danny said. Camera.
I love my token.
You love your token. It's a good token, yeah. And so I will say I will you know you're walking into this ambush. You don't know where this Remoraz is exactly. I will give you like one round, one action. To what do you do?
Should we go? Should we roll initiative to see who does something first?
Yeah, we
or-
can roll initiative if you would like. That works for me.
Oh, it said I have to select the token first. Rip.
Classic.
Where am I? Where's my token? Did I even put it on the board?
It's on the right side.
Oh.
I see you. Daisy, Tony, Mannequin, Breeze. I'm missing Nemo.
You're missing me, yeah. Wait, so you roll for initiative?
Yeah.
With the other things, like you click on the sheet, is this one like a slash thing?
This
You press the word.
if you just
Press the word
type
initiative on
click
the
on your token and then type hashtag and just start typing
Oh,
initiative
yes,
and it'll
yes,
come up.
yes. Okay, cool. My bad.
You can also do it by clicking on the token and rolling on the sheet, but it's very finicky sometimes. So let me sort you guys. Descending. Looks like Daisy, you so Nemo like gives the signal like hold up, and probably just like shouts Remoraz. Not that you even know what that means. What do you do?
Do I know? Can I do a check to see if I know what a Remoraz is?
Yeah, sure, go for it. Make a survival or nature check if one of those two is better. It's not bad. You've probably heard of them. You know that they burrow underneath snow and ambush victims. That's about it.
All right, let me see real quick.
You've been living up here in Icewind Dale for a while. You've heard rumors.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
Legend.
What good.
This was a fun first
This is a
roll.
stressful first encounter.
I've never fought one, but I've seen a mini for a young Remoraz, and it looked dangerous.
I'm really glad I advised us all to go through the mountains.
It's
I think it
fine.
was
We
a
can
solid
take
play.
it. I believe in us.
You don't even necessarily have to do anything, Josh. You could
I
just
think-
move, so reposition yourself if you want.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. But I also want to go for Bardic Inspiration die.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, that's a good call. Get ahead of the action
So
economy
I'm
there.
gonna move like up here. Wait, so this is 5 feet each.
Yep.
And what? So what did we decide is the diagonal rule?
Diagonal, so it's 5, and then it alternates back and
Okay.
forth between 5 and 10.
So if I go 5, this is 15. And then would this be like 25 then?
I can't see what you're doing.
Oh, sorry. So 5 would that be? And then up to there would be 25, or would be 15.
Would
and
be
then that
5. No,
20?
then that's your first that was your first diagonal, right? So every diagonal alternates, but so you could go. I know it's the worst. It's confusing. I'm not super worried about it. I think you could probably get to anywhere up
yeah.
there that you want to be.
I have 25 speed. I think that would work. So I would like just move up here, and then I'll
Just
give
get-
Nemo a Bardic Inspiration die.
Okay. You got that, Cameron?
You give me a
Because-
bardic inspiration.
Yep.
Boom.
Because then you are up next.
I'm forgetting. Was there intel about any kind of direction or?
Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
It's almost wreckage, the cave in from them burrowing around is almost everywhere. It's this entire area to the south and west of you. You have no idea which direction it's coming from, or even if there's only just one.
South and west of me. So I will go north and right to the right of Daisy Ditseldorf.
Okay.
What is the purple?
Oh, this is just water. I just
water.
didn't have any way to. My color options were limited.
Okay. I was just wondering if it was like a cliff where if we fall off,
No.
we would.
And then there's like little. So
Got
this river trout goes into the sea. I think it's called the Sea of Moving Ice, which is actually full of like it's just ice. Like I can't even think of the word I want, but like
Ice flows?
yeah. So that is flowing into that. So we've got so that was Nemo. Are you casting any spells or anything? Or are you just moving?
No.
Okay, then Tony.
All right.
Alright,
So I assume Nemo knows what they're doing, since they called out the danger. So I'm gonna follow their lead.
That's a great
head
idea,
towards the
man.
river. And then I guess I will ready a dodge action or whatever, you know. how
fair
that
enough. Fair
works.
enough. Yeah. Absolutely. And then Mannequin.
I'm gonna do the same as old Tony. I'm gonna shift over here and ready my dodge action.
All right.
I don't want to still be in the front.
Oh shit! I should have readied my dodge action.
You can you. It can be understood that everybody ready to dodge action. That's fine by me.
And wait in anticipation.
And Sam.
Well, everyone ran away over there. I don't really know what's happening because I don't think I noticed anything, but I'm gonna go along with it.
Mannequin is entirely disoriented.
I'll just go like here
Ooh, bold.
Nice.
and
All
ready
right.
to
Oh
dodge
shit! That was
action.
an accident that I clicked that. My bad.
That's okay. So.
The combat's ruined.
If I ready a spell and I don't use the spell, it wastes it, right?
It does waste it. Yeah.
Okay, forget that. Actually, I'm gonna ready Eldritch Blast.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You're gonna waste an Eldritch Blast?
Maybe.
You see
Just
suddenly moving through the snow down like here. Bam, and right here it pops out. Oh god. Come on, work with me, roll 20. I think they have a lot more people on it now than they're used to, so it actually can only that was actually ended up being a pretty decent movement choice there. in that it can only get to here, and I don't think it has the reach on its attack to get to you. Let's see. Yeah, reach only 5 feet, so it actually can't. So yeah, pops out. It can't quite get to all of you there. You can get your ready. Eldritch
I'm gonna
Blast.
hit him with an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, definitely hits. That is a quick 9 force damage to it. And then Daisy, you're up.
Oh, oops. The combat's ruined.
A shield. Suddenly appears out of
Mark up
nowhere.
the spell slot, please.
Give
You
me a moment.
panic and just
Just
Isn't the Eldritch
I'm
Blast
still-
supposed to be 2 dice at this point?
oh yeah, you can.
Oh yeah,
I
my
was ready because like
so Eldritch Blast says that the single spell makes 2 beams at higher levels.
well then go
So
for
I
it.
should do another one.
You get another one. Yeah.
Good call.
There are weird.
Got him.
Nice, another 10.
Because it's not 2 spell attacks. It's
Yeah,
it's 1 attack that hits twice.
twice. Yeah, which like it's super wonky with like haste, which we
Also, I
found
just
out.
rolled a
with
9 and a
Greg.
10 on my d10s, which is pretty
Oh,
sweet.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna use dissonant whispers.
Ooh, okay.
Make it use the wisdom check. I want to get it far away.
Okay. So it has to make a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, or it'll take 3d6. Oh wait, 4d6 because I cast it at level 2.
Oh wow, okay.
Did I?
It says higher level caster, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 6. So that's definitely a failure. So it takes 20 psychic damage, which does a sizable chunk. And what else happens? It has to.
On a failed save, it takes 3d6 plus this one. Psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you. Creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground, such as a fire or pit. Cool. And so wait, so actually, you're rid of a second spell slot.
Yeah. If you cast it at second level, then you would get rid of the second level spell slot. It immediately, yeah. So it's charging at all of you, and it's immediately then just, whoop.
Oh shit, that's a lot of movement.
Yeah. Okay, that helps a lot for sure. Bonus action.
I guess I'll give another bardic inspiration. I feel like Daisy's pretty freaked out by this thing. I'm hearing all about it. I want to give another bardic inspiration die to. I'll do it to Breeze.
Nice.
She's up front.
All right, and that brings us to Nemo Winterbelly.
All right. So because this is further away now, I don't know if I'm gonna follow my idea of melee attacking it.
Yeah, probably. I don't even know if you can get to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So how far is this from here? 40, 45 feet. What's the range of a longbow?
Longer than that.
Okay. I'm gonna attack you with my longbow.
Okay. Roll to hit then.
Whew.
Damn.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Yeah. Jesus, you guys are putting in work.
And I have extra attack.
You have a second attack. Yeah, you can keep going. Yeah.
So I'll just attack it
You
again.
just get it. You as it's running away, you just get a nice little shot in one of its little legs. That unfortunately does not hit. Anything as bonus action?
It still looks like it's kind of running away.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Tony, I don't know what you're gonna do from this position, but
You know? Would I even notice the steam thing? Because it's really far away, so I don't even know if I think melee's like a bad idea.
That
besides
is
the
up
fact it's
to
huge.
Cameron if he shared that information.
Wait, which information?
All right, you don't remember? You do not share the information. No, that
Fair enough.
like hitting it's literally so hot that like touching it
Oh, I do
will
remember that information. Yeah,
will actually burn you.
I gave him the brief.
Okay. Um, I guess the hand axes can be thrown, but they have like 20 feet or something. So I've got two of them though, I think, and it's like 60 for the disadvantage, I believe.
Yeah, 2060.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll throw one and see what happens.
All right.
I don't know if I have. So my old character sheet is, I think, still linked to the token. I see the updated one in the journal.
Oh, interesting. Hold on, let me see if I can fix that. Firefighter. Oh yeah. Okay, so I can fix that. Name is Pinsky. This is HP.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. All right. So let's throw this axe boy. Does a 20 hit?
Yes, 20 does hit. Absolutely. That's a nice.
Sweet.
That's a lot of damage.
All right. I'm feeling good about it. I'm just gonna throw the other one, and then we'll see what I do next round.
How many do you have?
2.
12 unfortunately does not hit.
All right.
Not bad though. Not bad at all.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna move towards where the one that missed fell.
Gotcha. It's like somewhere over here. You just didn't get enough arc on it.
Gotcha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, I messed that up, but I think that's like
You have one more space.
okay. 1, 5,
Yeah.
10, 20, 25.
Yep. Perfect.
Cool.
All right. One second here. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Oh god.
Ah,
Oh,
Once again, though, it does not have nearly enough movement, I don't think. If I go.
We should just keep walking in this direction.
that's probably
Can
the
we
best
outrun
plan.
these things? They're big.
Yeah, but we'll just, we'll keep going.
Let me double check the movement. Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Get to here. But can't do anything else. It's just gonna take dodge action, I guess.
Oh, wait.
That is that one. And Mannequin.
oh man.
Hey.
God, please.
Is there a nickname we can use for mannequin number 5?
Manny?
Manny.
It's just right there. I don't know if I approve of it, but it was the most obvious decision. I mannequin number 5 kind of falls into like a hunch, as if he were to be an old man, and waves his hand, and then magic missiles.
Ooh, okay.
How do you feel about 5s?
It's my
Hey,
duty.
5s. What's up?
Oh wait. There you go. Oh, ignore the dueling style.
Dueling style. Which one is this against? The same one you guys have been hitting?
I was doing the one because isn't the other one feared?
It's so that's just for that turn.
Oh, never mind. Then I want to hit this one.
The one that you've been hitting. Okay. So that is a total of what?
8 damage.
Damage. Nice. I have to move it so I can see the thing. It's already looking. This one's looking real rough.
Oh, sweet. I thought this would be like deadly. We'll
I
see.
mean, if they get on top of you, we'll see.
Yeah.
Anything
Good
with
thing I
bonus
ran
action, Danny?
forward.
Nope. Wait, how do I? It's not updating my. Oh wait, never mind. I got it. Never mind. We there.
All right, Breeze.
Okay, I'm gonna take a few steps, like 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna go like. I'll just go over here.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna use my bonus action. I'm gonna cast Hex on the one farther away, the one that we've been hurting,
Being hitting. Gotcha.
and then so I'm gonna hex it, and then why does it roll to die? I don't know why.
Doesn't matter. It's fine.
Anyway, I'm gonna then hit it with the Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
No,
No, you're not.
I'm gonna hit it with the second Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. That one is gonna hit.
Oh,
So it'll do 9 force damage plus damage for Hex.
Yep. Nice.
Oh, and I have to give a disadvantage on a specific ability check, and I'm gonna say Strength.
Makes sense to me. Bam. I'm doing some bookkeeping here. Yeah, this one is already. It probably isn't actually going to turn around and try to do anything at this point. It is on the run. Is it the end of your turn?
I'm gonna yell, "Don't let it get away!"
As you yell that,
Number
Um,
3.
you feel the ground underneath you start to rumble, and you go, "Oh shit!"
Oh god!
ah!
Pops out and just tries to take a bite out of you.
Oh no!
You were moving, and I was like, "Ha ha ha!" 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, that is going to be 19 piercing. And it just chomps down on you, and then you feel the heat seep into you, and it feels almost nice at first. You've been so cold, but it's too hot. And then another 8 fire damage.
Ah!
That's this guy's turn, but that's all he can do for right now. This
That
one,
fucking hurt.
this one is going to. It goes down into a burrow, into the ground. It starts going down underneath this rock here. Fuck, let me move.
You have to click the...
I'll put him just on top of it. But yeah, bro's underneath the rock trying to get some cover.
Shit.
Daisy.
Fuck. Fucking out of nowhere. There were 3 of them. Fuck. All right. I'm gonna attack the one getting Bryce with Dissonant Whispers, but at level 1.
Okay, so it makes a wisdom save. It's only an 11, so I believe that is a failure.
Hell yeah. Gotta move away.
And that means, Bryce, you do get an opportunity attack. This one's this here. It just goes right over to here. One more. Do you want it, Sam? Are you taking the opportunity attack?
What?
So with Dissonant Whispers, it has to use its own movement, so it does proc opportunity attacks if you want it.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna opportunity attack it.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'll probably take damage, but I don't care. So I'm gonna hit him with my glaive.
Okay, roll to
Because
hit.
I can't cast a spell as a reaction, right?
No, unless you have Warcaster.
I'm gonna hit him. Did it work? No, it didn't. Oh, there it goes.
17 does hit.
And I'm gonna use my Eldritch Smite. So I use this.
Shit, okay.
Oh wait, actually, does my if I get a spell from my class Levitate, do I have to use spell slots to cast it?
I think you can. You get it like once a day per from it being a racial ability. I don't think you use your spell slot
Okay,
to cast
perfect. Yeah, Eldritch Smite.
Eldritch Smite. Okay.
It's a 3rd level spell, which means another 16 damage.
Another 16. All right.
Hit him with a fat 30.
Yeah. And yeah, as you go, your glaive actually as it slices in, you feel the entire thing heat up like red hot for a second, and you take 8 fire damage back.
Owie.
Ouchie, no.
But you hurt it more than it hurt you, so that's a plus.
Heard it.
And that brings us to Tazy, are you using a bonus action?
Probably not actually.
Okay, then Nemo, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna move over in this direction next to my boy Breeze, and then I'm going to attack with a longbow at this guy over
Gotcha.
here. $15 hit.
15 does hit, yeah.
Mhm.
This one's already bloodied.
And then I'm gonna do my second attack. Hey!
Oh my goodness.
The damage.
Wow, it's really really bloodied. It is. Yeah, you can see there's like it's this deep red blood that is pouring out of where your arrow is sticking in, and it actually is burning away some of the outer layer of the skin. It's immune to fire damage, so it's fine, but it looks
Beautiful.
bad.
And which one is this? I'm sorry.
This is the one all the way to the left.
Okay.
So there's the one under the rock that's really hurt. This one that is pretty hurt, and this one has not. Vanilla one hasn't been touched at all yet. Anything is bonus action, Cameron.
Nope.
Tony.
All right. So I literally just got the phone call. That's a random number. It's probably a spam call. 1 second.
Okay.
Hello. Hello. Awesome. All right. Is the one under the rock at all visible?
You can see that it's under there. Yeah, it does. I'll tell you, it has half covered, so it has +5 to its AC.
Okay. Where's
But you
that
could
axe
try to
I missed with?
It's 2 spaces in front of you, I believe.
All right. I'm gonna go 1, 2. Pick that bad boy up.
Dig through the snow, find it.
Let's see if I go 3, 4, 5. Then I don't have the disadvantage for the
Correct.
throw, I believe. So I'm gonna throw again and try to kill this thing so I can retrieve my other axe. We're gonna double down.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Gotta click the John. I should really just start doing that hashtag thing. I didn't know about that. I'm in the habit of clicking on the character sheet.
Oh my goodness.
Bang, bang.
Goodness gracious. How do you put it down there?
Huh? Oh, how do I put him down?
Yeah.
Since he's kind of under the rock, I'm gonna sling it like a side pitch.
Yeah. And it just goes and it slides by and it gets right in like theoretically where like the crook of its neck would be, right? And it just
Ooh.
you see it go limp underneath the rock. It's
We love
dead.
to see it.
You do have another attack, although you don't have another axe right now.
I'm just gonna yell at the one over here. Fuck with me.
It will oblige.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Hey!
17 to hit.
That will hit.
Yeah, it's gonna be just. Oh yeah, you're yelling at it like "fuck with me," like whatever, as it towers over you, and you're like, "Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit!" Takes a huge bite out of your shoulder. It's gonna be 20 piercing damage
Okay.
and 6 fire.
All right. Fair enough. Have a great day.
And it's mannequin number 5.
All right. I am going to magic missile this one.
Okay.
Brrrah. 6, 9 damage.
9 damage.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. It is still up. It's fine. Anything as a bonus action or any movement?
Uh, hmm. No, I'm okay.
Okay. Then
I am happy
Bryce.
here.
Breeze. What do you got for me?
I don't
How
want to
tall
go
are
in.
these things? How like big are they?
They are about 15 feet tall.
All right. I am going to back the fuck away because that hurt.
Yeah.
And then, as a bonus action, since the one that I hexed is dead, I can now move the hex to this one.
This one down here. You got it.
And then, as my action, I'm going to say, I don't want to get bit by those things, and cast Levitate on myself.
Nice.
So I float 20 feet into the air.
Okay. Let's see if I can get this to work. Go like this. Will it let me continue? Hello? No, okay, I give up. There's a cute thing you can do, like to put a number next to your token, but you're 20 feet up in the air. You're all set.
Woo.
This one is up. Over here, it's looking really wounded. Running away didn't go so great for his brother, so it's coming after you, Nemo.
Come for me.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Cameron, you have a
Oh.
bardic inspiration die too.
You do have a bardic
Just
inspiration
remember
die. Fortunately, you can't use that against attacks, which is a 19 to hit.
Hey, that's gonna hit.
Okay, well then it's gonna be a solid 19 piercing damage
Ooh-wee.
and only 3 fire. I like this encounter because it's real easy for me to run. They can only do one thing. They run up and they press one button, and either it hits or it doesn't. Daisy.
Come at me with a vengeance, Daisy. Or come at my competitor.
I'm like, oh shit, Cameron. Ooh. Let me see.
Who's Cameron?
I mean,
My name's Clancy.
Hey.
I mean, I guess it's not. I like my distance. I guess I'm just gonna do Dissonant Whispers again. Like, why not, right?
Okay.
Wait. How much is this? How badly damaged is like this one?
Well more than bloodied.
Well more than bloody.
It is. It looks like this attack is a suicide attack, essentially.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna run up to it, and I'm gonna take my rapier, and I'm just gonna pierce it, but I'm gonna do it twice because I have an extra attack.
Nice.
Oh fuck!
No.
But that.
Yes. I'm gonna say for your natural one, you unfortunately managed to make contact, but not pierce the skin. So you take, let's see, total from the 2, you take 15 fire damage.
Oh, forgot about that.
Oh, and it looks like click on your attack again, really quick, where it says. Click on where it says the word rapier. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Boom. There's the damage. I'll fix that in a second for you. So that is a solid 12, which does not quite put it down.
I got 12.
You did 12 damage, right? 10 piercing plus the 2 for dueling style.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Do you want to use any of your blade flourishes?
Oh wait, yeah. Hold on. I haven't had a chance to use this yet. Wait.
You could do that and hit Cameron if you wanted to really rub it in, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Hey.
Of my choice. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the defensive. So I roll
Nice.
for Bardic Inspiration, and that does extra damage plus extra AC on the next turn.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, what is your bardic inspiration die right now?
How do I determine that?
It is determined by your level. Let's take a look. and
Is
see
it
here.
1d10 now?
Oh yeah, I need
Right? Am I
It
crazy?
might be, yeah.
I feel like level 6 is 1d10.
Bardic inspiration.
I was looking at it the other day. I should know.
It becomes a D8 at 5th level, a D10 at 10th level. So a D8. So roll a D8 for me.
Oh, I thought it started at d8. I'm stupid.
No, you're not. Don't
Oh
say
my
that.
god.
Thanks, man.
It is still alive.
these rolls today.
And your AC increases by 8. So now your AC is at what, 24?
Yeah, is that just for one turn?
Until I think the end of your
until
next
the start
turn.
of my yeah.
Until the start of your next turn. Okay. You also until the
So
start of
I'm
your next
down
turn.
to one Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. That's interesting. You're down to 1 bardic inspiration. It's down to 1 health.
Oh,
Nemo.
I don't know if I should attack this guy.
Well, here's the situation. You attack and you take damage. You walk away and you take damage, or you do nothing.
No, it was a joke. I'm definitely gonna attack this guy, Danny.
Don't do it.
Um,
Were you listening to me? You have 3 options. That's the wrong one.
You attack it with a spell.
I
Can't
don't know how to
run.
use Zephyr Strike. I'll use Zephyr.
Run. It's full of fire. Disengage, sir.
I could.
Get out of there.
No, I mean I gotta kill it, right?
No.
Do what you want to do.
What do you do? What do you do?
I feel an obligation to kill it.
It lives
I
on the
tanks a
Great
hit.
Reef. You can't
That's
kill
fine.
more of them.
Oh, I'm gonna attack it with my short sword.
Okay, roll a hit. That hits. You kill it. How do you kill it?
I take my short sword and I stick it in its body.
Okay. As you stick it in and you pull the short sword out, literally like this blood squirts out
Oops.
and hits you in the face. You take 4 fire damage and it dies. Any movement?
I guess I'll move like so. I got so. And can I use my second attack? I don't know how weapon switching works, but can I use my second attack for a bow attack on the other one?
Yeah, I'm not super worried about it. Unless somebody comes up with some brilliant scheme where they abuse some strategy where they switch between weapons for each attack which I don't think is possible. I don't care.
So you're gonna go with I can attack this one with a
Yeah,
longbow?
yeah.
Okay, I'll attack the other one with a longbow.
That hits for a nice 7 piercing damage. Doing great. Which brings us to Tony. You've got this thing right up in your face. It's staring you down. It just took a chunk out of your shoulder. What do you do?
I'm gonna smirk at this guy because he thinks he's got my number, but I've got his number. And then I'm gonna try to zoom out on this internet page because something's fucked up and I can't see anything.
And we're in old times, baby. Numbers are 3 digits. I got you.
All right, here we
420.
go.
It was obvious. Because you're blazing. Because they're blazing!
This character sheet is being weird, but here we go. I'm gonna whip out my great sword.
Okay.
I'm gonna first use second wind.
Okay.
Ooh.
Does that actually roll? Did it roll anything? Or did it
Nothing
do
is
nothing when I
coming up
clicked it?
in the chat for me right now. From you. So I'm gonna
Okay.
say no.
I'm gonna roll it then. It's just 1 hit die, right?
1d10 plus your fighter level, actually.
Oh, okay, sweet.
So
So
you get
that's not totally useless. So
Yeah.
+9.
Yep. And don't
Um,
other people from your rallying cry, don't they also get hit points back?
Oh yeah.
I could
Equal
That
to your fighter
is. Oh, there was something for it in Roll20. Okay. Yeah, if they're within 60 feet, I can choose 3 other creatures to also get it.
Nice.
I cannot see if they're within 60 feet
Yeah, I'm
because
gonna
this character sheet is taking up the entire screen for some reason.
It happens. So
Yes.
everybody is. So I would suggest probably Danny hasn't taken any damage, so
Yeah, the other 3 then,
the
for
other
sure.
3 you'll get 6 HP back.
That's a lot.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, no problem, babe. Then I'm gonna swing at this guy with my greatsword. So we'll
Okay.
see how that goes. Gonna see who drops first here. So that is I'm gonna re-roll. It looks like it's a 2 and 2 1s.
2. So the 5 + 1 + 1 is what is the 5 + 1? Oh, the magic thing is being counted twice really quick. So hold on, let me fix that. So it's actually going to be 9. I hate to ruin your day.
No problem.
Bonus. Oh, but the attack isn't getting. So wait, hold on. Let's see here. +9 would be. No, that would be. So that's right. So if I just take off this, I think it'll be good. But that does absolutely hit.
All right.
And you can re-roll twice actually because you rolled a 2 and a 1, so you can replace both of them. So just
All
roll
right.
like 2 essentially. You click twice on that. Okay, so even better, you get
14.
14.
All right.
Nice. And in return, take 6.
All right. Did you already add the second wind thing?
I did not add anything for second win now.
Okay, sweet. So I'll add a net of 3.
Yeah, that works.
All right. We're gonna swing at this guy again.
Okay.
Is it? I can't. It's something's loading. There we go.
Nice. Yep, that hits. Another. Well, let's see what you got. You can re-roll another one. You rolled a 1. Well, that's how it goes.
All right.
It is how it is.
Is it still
Um,
standing?
What? It is still standing. Oh yeah, this one had not been hit until like now.
All right. That's
So
fine.
yeah, and you take once again another 5 fire damage.
All right.
You
We're gonna
are.
action surge and we're gonna swing again.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh my god. You can re-roll what?
My God.
Damn it.
Nice. Oh my God. Jesus God.
It's going great.
I almost just died.
And that's gonna be 9 fire that time.
All right.
This
And
is
we're
just
gonna
a
be
duel to the death here.
we're gonna be moving around this guy as we swing and slash.
Yeah.
And we're gonna swing again.
Okay.
And what is that? 2 2s?
Yeah, but the 12 that time is unfortunately not gonna hit.
Oh, right. Cool. So we're
But
done with that.
things
And
that
then I guess I'll just move to here.
there. All right. It's definitely bloodied now. It's looking real rough. Let's see what it can do. Who will come out ahead in the end? It's gonna try to bite you. Eventually, 16 to hit.
That will hit.
It's gonna be 22 piercing damage
Okay.
and 12 fire.
All right. Minus 34. That'll do it.
Okay. Down goes Tony.
Tony.
Just you
Oh,
see
no.
the blood seeping out from his shoulder, tainting the snow around him. Mannequin, what do you do?
I just break in a full, like, I go into like a fighting stance, shifting from looking like an old
Yeah.
person, and then I just sprint.
Oh shit.
And I attack it with my rapier.
Okay, roll to hit.
All right,
Hit.
so 20 to hit. That's 8 damage.
8, and you take in return 7 fire.
Halved.
Halved.
Ha ha
Are you resistant to
ha.
fire?
Yeah, I am.
Hates me and didn't
Oh, 'cause you're
follow my
draconic
directions on
bloodline?
dragon type. Cool.
Wait, what?
We were talking about what type of dragon you're gonna be based off of, remember? But it's
Oh.
okay.
Yeah, no, we did. And then I never changed it because I'm a bad person.
But now it's canon. Red
Exactly! I got fire resistance. Nothing can touch me. You know what? Meme. I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points. It does no, magic missile automatically hits. I'm casting it.
Okay.
11 damage.
Okay. Don't take any fire damage from that. Bryce, you are floating 20 feet up in the air.
Yeah, I'm just kind of chilling back here. I'm gonna fire some Eldritch Blasts, and this one has the hex on it, so if I hit
Yeah,
it, I'll deal more
does.
damage. Eldritch Blast. There. All right, that's a
Ooh,
miss.
it might get another turn. Okay, it's a nice 5 force damage.
Well, I think I missed, right?
Oh, you did miss. That is not a nice 5
The
force
second
damage.
roll mocks you.
I just at this point was assuming
Can we say
people
the
hit.
second roll is my second Eldritch Blast?
No, that does hit.
And then the hex damage.
Yep. So 10 total.
And still up.
It is still up. Not for long, but it is still up.
Alright, I don't have anything else to do. I'm just floating.
You're just floating. Yeah, you like as you shoot the Eldritch Blast, you kind of like tumble through the air a little bit from the blast. Daisy, we seem to have lost Dan for a second, but he'll be okay. He's dead anyway. It's fine.
Maybe he did it for flavor.
Yeah, roll play.
Is it possible with Dan being or Tony being unconscious, if I use healing word, does that do anything?
That will bring him up from unconscious. You will make him more conscious.
It would actually be possibly worth doing that.
It would be probably a great move because if this thing gets another turn and it hits him, he's going to be not looking great.
I think I gotta do that. Let's see. Hold on. We're getting hit points equal 1 plus 1d4, and he's at -6.
He's at 0. -6 isn't actually.
Okay.
He just had it automatically.
I think I'll cast that, but at a level 2 slot.
Ooh.
My boy is Oh yeah. All right.
That is that. That good. So 8. Hey, 8 hit points is not nothing.
Oh, the charisma bonus. Oh,
yeah.
terrible.
So, all right, Tony is alive and not well, but alive.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
That was a bonus action, so you still have an action.
Wait, that was a bonus action?
Yeah, healing word's a bonus action.
Okay. My action. Can I just do another spell? Is that possible?
You can't do another level spell. You could do a cantrip. Or you could just run up and hit him. Oh no, you're all the way back there. You cannot run up.
Okay, I guess what I'll do is I have minor illusion cantrip. Maybe I want to try and get like a spell, it's a 30 feet range. I can get 25. I want to how do you ping?
I'm sorry, say that again.
How do you ping?
If you just hold, click and hold, yeah.
I want to try and do it behind him and make a noise, sounding like heavy footsteps running behind him. But I gotta get in range. It's 30 feet. 15, 20, 25.
I think that works.
I guess that's fine. I'll use minor illusion, and I want to.
There.
I want it to sound like there's just a heavy person running behind it, trying to get his attention.
Gotcha. We will see how it reacts if it gets a turn, but I think it might. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Awesome. Nemo, you're up.
All right, so I think after my experience getting splashed by its spicy hot gooey blood, I am going to keep my distance and I'm going to stay where I am and attack with my longbow.
Okay, roll to hit.
Should be going.
Nice. Still up. It seems to be getting tired at this point. Like its posture is diminishing as it tries to hold itself up. It's on its last legs. You son of a bitch.
From the looks of it, those last legs could be like 20.
That's true. That's true. It's still alive.
He's still alive? Even with the second one?
Even with the second one, yeah.
Damn, yeah.
Unfortunate. Tony, you're lying there, face down in the snow. You come to consciousness. It is looming over you. It looks like if it gets a turn, it's going to try to take another bite out of you.
All right. Standing up, that's like half your movement, right?
It's half your movement. Yeah.
Okay. What am I gonna do here?
This can be staged like a really dramatic movie scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine the guy from the beginning of from I don't even know when it took place, but when Sauron's beating the shit out of that King of Men, and then
Yeah.
he stands up and takes a slash at him.
All right.
Yeah. And then watch me miss. Either way, I'm going down.
No, that does hit, and absolutely does kill it. It had 1 HP again. You guys
Hey.
put all three of them at 1 HP. You do take fire damage. 7 fire damage.
Yo,
Nice.
we're fine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you just drive your what do you have? A great sword. Yeah, you just made it. This heavy swing into its stomach essentially, and it's the blood splurts out, and you just take it. You don't even care. Okay. See, Greg was worried that I was going to kill you guys with that. You guys were fine.
That was great. Feeling good.
Feeling good.
Flawless.
What would you guys
So-
like to do next?
First thing, as I slowly go back to the ground,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, hey, Tony, you're not gonna be persuading anyone in the near future, are you?
Actually-
Sweet talking, lying, etc.
He actually might be, because this is a thing that Tony would know. Where you're going, what is it called? Iron Master? Only dwarves are allowed inside the city. So
Well, are we gonna get
Oh.
there today?
no.
So, anyway, I'm gonna move the hex to Tony and just hold it there. Because on the off chance we fight someone else, if he goes to 0 HP, I can move it to something that is bad.
Ooh.
And I have to give you disadvantage on something. So, I guess I'll go with intelligence. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Thanks, friend.
That's cool. I like that. That's an interesting dynamic there.
Yeah, that's a good strategy, honestly.
Probably won't matter, but you never know.
You never know, right?
If anyone's gonna go down,
Let's move us back over here. So, I guess the question is: are you guys taking any sort of rest at this point?
I wouldn't mind a short rest.
Yeah.
is there probably maybe a better place than right here?
Why? It's nice and warm.
We just cleared out the place too. It's definitely safe.
We can hide amongst the bodies.
I mean, there's part of me that wants to be able to use that trick I just did and have him do something, but
You do. So you're probably about halfway through your travel for the day. Cameron, if you wanted, you could try to like make a check to try to find a better place to rest, or you guys could rest right here.
Well, if we rest,
Hell
would
yeah,
it
I'm gonna
delay us
look
to the
for-
point where we wouldn't get there in the same amount of days?
No. So the travel times assume that you take time to rest and stuff. So that's all worked in. So you will still make it there in 2 days, unless something goes really wrong and you have to take like 15 short rests. Then we might have a problem. But 1 or 2 short rests are baked in.
Well, I will definitely look for a better place for us to shelter under.
Make the survival check. You're gonna be making a couple of these survival checks here and there. 18, yeah. So you thinking about it, and you have traveled this path once yourself alone, though. And you remember, it's possible that it's still there. A way up, there is this one. Right, this is basically completely barren of plant life and everything. It's just ice. But somehow there's just one tree that was still standing a couple years back as you went through. That would only be like an hour further into the travel. That would be it. That is big enough to give you shelter.
Yo, there's this massive tree. I'm telling you, we gotta get there. I swear. Let's just push on 1 more hour.
If you think that's the
Yeah,
move,
I feel fine.
I feel
could
great.
go all day.
Tony's just like stumbling along.
Does anyone have any heals for?
I could generate some good berries.
I mean, I could be hungry. I don't know.
I will give you, so you guys don't waste resources. I'll give you can get to the tree, no problem, to take your short rest. I'm not gonna make you waste a spell slot.
I wanna sing a song of rest to give
There you
everybody
go. Oh
an
yeah, you get
extra
in an
1d6 worth of hit points back.
So anybody that spends hit dice get an extra 1d6.
Okay,
And
thank
so
you.
approaching this tree, it is. Oh, go ahead. Say that again. Okay. What did Danny just do? That was weird. Doesn't matter. So
It's a
yeah, this
D6.
tree is as magnificent as Nemo describes it. It just like somehow comes. There's all the snow, and then there's this like obsidian rock that almost comes out of it that then becomes broken up into almost dirt, and this giant tree, almost like an oasis, comes out of nowhere. You see, as you're approaching it, like you see it in the distance and you can't believe it, and it seems almost, you think it's way closer than it is at first, but actually it's just that big and that far away. But you eventually get there. It provides some cover. You all can take a short rest.
It's a beautiful description.
You can use any number of hit dice, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Do you have to
Don't-
decide the
you
total
only-
number?
You only get half of them back on a long rest, though.
Oh, you get half of them back,
On a long rest.
But add a plus.
and I
add a
get an extra
D6
d6.
as well, yeah.
Yep.
Do I roll them one at a time, or do I have to be like I'm using 4?
You can roll them one at a time.
It would be great if I got all of my stuff back on short rests. I only get my action surge back.
That was pretty.
Oh
good.
yeah, I get my action surge and my. I think I get my second wind.
I didn't check second wing because I didn't use it. Yeah,
It's 1, so I get 25 back. Perfect.
but if I got my fighting spirit,
What else?
Oh,
am I
some
getting
more
back?
didn't do too well.
Long rest stops that.
Wait, you say you can use any number of hit dice. What's the restriction on that?
So the restriction is, one, you only have as many hit dice as you have levels, so you have 6 of them, and also you only get half of them back on a long rest. So if you spend all 6 today, and then on a long rest you only get 3, you don't have all 6 the next day.
So if I use 2 right now, I'll get 1 back tomorrow, and then 1 back.
No,
the
you
following
get half of your total back. So if you only spend 2 today, then you'll be back to full tomorrow.
Get them all back. Okay, I spent 2 today.
This one is going to be my second wind.
Oh wait, what is my hit die?
Sweet.
It's a D6.
Oh wait, guys, I can also use my second wind rallying cry, so you all, or 3 of you, will also get 6 points again.
yeah, and I don't need any health, so hook them up.
6 points
All right,
again.
so the other 3 of you get 6 more health.
All right, I'm full up. Let's go.
Oh fuck yeah, I'm full up too. I even used the wrong hit die, but it's fine. I'm a D8. I used a D6.
But it works out. It works out. We live and we learn.
All is okay.
So yeah, you bandage yourselves up.
Did not mean to put that in the chat.
Oh, guys, isn't this tree magnificent? I told you all, like, it's so cool.
It's a nice tree.
It's a good tree, kid.
Maybe you play like a nice little diddle, and somebody comes up with some lyrics for a song about this beautiful tree, as you bandage yourselves up, and
But what are the lyrics?
I don't know. That's up to. I guess
I'm playing the bagpipe, so I can't.
yeah. So if somebody else comes up with some lyrics, it's up to them.
Uh,
Hey,
I'm gonna-
all right.
Dan Tokar.
Okay. I had some good ones.
Oh no, Danny, if you got some, go for it.
All right. Hey, you little piss baby. You think you're so fucking cool, huh? You think you're so fucking tough. You talk a lot of big game for someone with such a small truck. Aw, look at those arms. Your arms look so fucking cute. They look like little cigarettes. I bet I could smoke you. I could roast you. And you'd love it. And you'd text me I love you. And then I'd fucking ghost you.
And I'm just laying there, so fucking peaceful. Like,
Alrighty then.
God bless Gex. Thank you for your
Daisy
sovereign
wipes a
nature.
tear from her eye.
Then I guess if you guys are going to continue on the next leg of your journey, I'm going to have somebody roll a D100 once more.
Oops, I wasn't actually typing. Somebody else got it.
mm.
Like how nobody's done it because we're all thinking.
There you go. I got you.
If only those were some humanoids we killed.
I already
What is
beat
that?
Cameron.
So the next, you travel for about 4 hours or so, once again away from the tree, following the path of the river. And let's see what I got here. The rest of your travel is relatively uneventful. It's hard, it's tough, and Nemo's pushing you pretty hard in this harsh weather, but you don't come across any other creatures, but it begins to. Danny shoots a magic missile off of
I
like
thought
a
I saw
flare.
something. My bad.
Yeah, and it begins eventually finally to grow dark. It gets dark pretty early up here in the north. And Cameron, even with your frost troll jackets, you cannot possibly survive out here in the open winds through the night. It's just too cold. So you're gonna have to try to find somewhere to get cover.
You should have tauntauned it.
You should have tauntauned it. Yeah, you could have. So you can make a survival check if you want to try to find some cover.
I will do that. Unless you see some animals ripe for being sliced open and lived inside briefly.
See some all around me.
Everywhere I look. There's one of you flesh. I don't know.
Stephen. Okay, so 19. So
You flesh heaps. I'll survive fine out here.
give me a second. I have to read what we've got going on here.
Maybe I'll freeze or something. I don't know. This could be a fate worse than death.
Oh, okay. I can do this. So as you come to a point where there's this hill, essentially, and you as you climb to the top of the hill, you try to use it to get like a vantage point to see, and you don't see anything out there. It's just white and gray. Until you realize the hill that you're standing on is not just a hill, but actually a cavern built out of ice.
Whoa.
Give me 1 second. I'm making a map out of it. That doesn't mean anything. Don't worry. about it.
What's in this cavern, guys? It seems like a good place we could stay the night.
How
That
big is the opening?
I assume that I don't continue to concentrate on Hex if I slept for a short rest.
I mean, you don't
You
have
don't
to
have to sleep.
short rest.
Well, I mean, like, do I maintain concentration because it lasts for 8 hours
8
technically?
hours, yeah, you still got it. You still got
Nice.
it. How big?
I
is
mean,
that?
I
Is
hope
it-
nothing happens to Tony.
Huh?
The opening's about 80 feet across.
Oh wow.
that's very big.
Is there anything around the edge or like on the inside of the cavern that would look like teeth?
Make a perception check.
It's a good first thing to
Are
check.
you checking if we're being Alaskan bullwormed?
Yes. That's persuasion. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that.
No, there are no teeth.
We're doomed.
There are, there are like
Stalagmites and stalactites?
I guess. I mean, I guess they're more ice. It's literally made out of ice.
Icicles.
You can see that however, since you rolled a 19, I'll give you the most interesting thing about this area is the inside of it. The ground is actually made up of tiny ice shards that have been like crushed essentially.
Interesting.
So it's actually kind of difficult to walk across because it's not a flat surface. It's as if it's just recently been like broken up by something. I guess it's just Cameron's gonna make survival checks all night long. Is how
I mean, I'd like to check something
yeah, go for it. Go for it.
about. I don't know if like it's metagaming for me to think of it, and like, does my character need to roll to think of it?
That's
Uh,
well, let's start with that.
So the crushed up ice on the ground, the size of the entrance. I'm thinking this could be a place where those frost giants we encountered at the town Branch Air, or like some other frost giants. I don't know, might be.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want, you could make a survival or perception check, whichever one you would rather, to like see if there's any like actual tracks or anything like that coming in or out.
Okay. Let's see. I think I have disadvantage on intelligence right now.
Yeah.
But both of those are wisdom.
Yeah.
So I'll do perception.
Yeah, no footprints or anything, even giant size.
All right. Okay. Oh, there are icicles on the roof?
There are, yeah.
Okay.
The cavern, looking inside, is like probably 50 feet high. It's actually pretty massive. As you go in, actually the crushed ice begins to slope down, which is why the cavern is so big. Yeah.
Ooh. It's like a
You are welcome to go in and investigate further if you'd like, or you can try to find another place to rest if you don't like this one.
I don't know. This place seems pretty alright.
Yeah, it's sheltered from the wind. I would like to see how prevalent the icicles are, if they're completely covering the roof, if they're relatively uniform in size and placement.
They are not uniform at all, and they seem to actually have semi-recently been formed, if that makes sense. Like they're just beginning to take shape.
Okay.
As if this cave was not made, like is not an old cave, as if it's just recently been created somehow.
Okay. That's throwing some alarms.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
interesting.
suspicious.
Yeah, I would tend to agree.
I think that there might be something going on with like the icicles growing and then falling, and that could be the ice shards on the floor. It's weird that they're all small.
If they're growing and falling, I mean, it's not going to happen super fast, is it?
I don't know.
Like, I
I'm-
feel like, I mean, it'll probably be much warmer in here than
Oh, yeah,
anywhere
you can
else.
tell already just being the cover being away from the wind makes it so much more bearable.
Do
The
we
entire
have-
time you've been like, Nemo, I don't understand how you can do this all the time, and Nemo's just like, I don't know, like I'm pretty comfortable.
My personal choice, we chance it.
I
Chance
don't
it by
see much
staying,
other option.
or chance it by going.
Chance it by staying here.
Okay, because both are chances.
I guess it's both slightly risky.
I'd like to camp near the entrance for sure.
How deep is this cavern? How far in does it go?
It just keeps sloping down, right?
Yeah, it does slope down, from front to back.
Side to side.
Aren't you guys curious as to what's in there?
Can I use my light cantrip and shine a light down? See a little bit deeper in the cave. Is it like really dark?
So it is pretty dark. If you use your light cantrip, you can see that this. Hold on, my map is too finicky here.
I can go down there.
So it's like what? So at about a little bit more than 100 feet in, the bottom of it, like where it slopes down to, becomes almost like this icy like ball that has been frozen over somehow. So it eventually does come to. It's almost like a pit that you could fall into.
That's less exciting.
So the end, you said it's a frozen over.
So yeah, so it goes from the crushed up ice to eventually the end of it is like almost becomes a pit you could fall into that is like solid, smooth ice.
Could
I
we?
see. Okay.
That's
Could
what's
we throw
packed
an,
actually black there.
could we throw an item that might be particularly resonant, and see how far down it goes?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let me
People
see.
got pythons.
I take off my head and I.
Um.
Maybe.
I can
Oh, what?
throw a python or a coin or something.
I was also thinking maybe like if we can't, like if we were to go up to the pit, we could like toss a torch.
It's
Yeah.
true. Let's do a torch. I got a torch.
So we're gonna approach the pit.
I'm not. It only takes one to throw a torch.
I'll go like I'll keep a safe distance for sure from the pit.
But we gotta be
What?
able to see.
Oh wait, yeah, we do have to see for the torch. You're a mannequin. You probably don't care about life.
I wouldn't say I don't care, but I'll help out.
I can hold a rope that somebody's tied to.
Okay, if I'm tied up before I go close to it, I'm willing to throw the torch and look over.
All right, bound his arms and legs.
Hey,
Well, then
you
I
guys
can't throw it.
stuff as you like.
We put him in front of you. You like a volleyball set, except you're throwing a torch.
Okay, so Tony binds me up, I assume, and I'm ready to throw the torch. And I'll get close to the edge, and I'll toss it, and I'll look down and see how far it goes.
It goes about 50 feet down until it skitters across the ice and you see it slide across and then slide back and then come to a stop at the lowest point, probably about 60 feet down at that point.
I communicate this information to everyone.
Yeah.
So it just goes 60 feet down and then.
Cameron, make a perception check for me.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh.
Okay. Noted.
All right, guys, let's take a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
I think we should rest everyone.
yeah. I want to sleep near the entrance. Just outside of the wind, you know.
Gotcha.
I wanna
I'll
sleep,
say
like
Around
somewhere
here.
that's like in the shade, like dimly lit or darker. That would be preferable.
You guys can position yourself wherever you'd like in the cave, and yeah, I would say particularly like the outer edges are the darkest points.
Yeah, I'm imagining I'm like Which part's the entrance? Just
The
like
entrance is
the bottom edge. Yeah, I'm imagining I'm just kind of like this would probably be far enough away. I don't know, or maybe just over here.
Yeah, I'm just chilling against the wall, trying to
I'm gonna position myself close to
stay
as
abreast.
many other people as I can around me. Perhaps Tony by the entrance, out of pure self-interest that they might defend me if there's any attack in my sleep.
Okay. And are you guys doing like watches?
I-
Are you, or are you just all going to sleep to try to get on your journey as soon as possible?
I could opt
Watches are a
for
good idea. I would recommend that. I'm used to doing those sorts of things from my work in the mercenaries.
yeah, let's
Yeah, that's
do it.
Yeah. I'd also before I
oh boy.
before I go to sleep, I would like to tie my rope around my bedroll, and then tie the other end to a python and hammer that into the outside of the cave.
Got it. So you are effectively attached to the side of the cave.
The outside, like
Well, your bedroll
like
is.
around the lip.
Okay. So who is taking first watch then?
I will. I'm not particularly tired.
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
Oh, this is like my best stat.
Okay. The wind outside is like fierce. You've spent a lot of time, actually pretty much almost all the time that you can remember at this point in Icewind Dale. But mostly inside the walls of Bryn Shander and the various towns. And it is so much worse here than there. The walls of Bryn Shander actually shield a lot of the wind, but here, even though you are shielded from an outside, it is just constantly whirring past. Um, it's freaky, but you don't see anything.
Word.
There, I don't know how many watches there are, how many shifts, whatever you guys want to do, but I presume at some point eventually, Mannequin has to go to sleep. No, you don't. You're fucking Mannequin. You're the classic. What I can't think of the name of the race right now.
Warforged.
Warforged. So if you want, you can keep watching the entire night. Actually.
Yeah, I'll just chill and look.
Okay, then I'm gonna ask you to make a second perception check.
All right, let's try again, baby. Guys, everything is fine. I see nothing wrong with the situation.
You actually.
Thank you for waking me up to tell me that.
Anytime. Go back to bed and I just pat your head.
hear what sounds like rumbling,
Oh dear.
like giant footsteps outside. The entire cavern begins to shake.
Can I
And
try to
so-
sneakily peer?
Yeah, you go to peer outside, and that is when this fucking thing bursts out. From directly in the center of the fucking cave. We
Fuck.
got two burrowing creatures.
More of them.
Yeah, Danny, roll initiative.
Is that a rat dragon?
Dun, 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 dun.
Are we being awoken by this at this point?
Yeah, I would say everybody wakes up, but you all are surprised. So actually, everybody roll initiative at this point. That is three.
Sean, am I allowed to take beef with my character's placement because I said I would be by the entrance near Tony and stuff?
Yes. In the future, though, you do have control of your own token and can place it wherever you want.
Okay, I didn't notice that we were moving them around in
Oh,
this
good.
physical
It's all good.
space.
Yeah, yeah. You can place yourself wherever.
How long into the rest was this? Would you say we are not rested?
No, you definitely don't get a full long rest in.
Did it work? Oh, it worked. Cool.
Would I have gained any spell slots back during that brief time?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Rats.
Let's see what we do. Okay, so let me organize. Okay, so Nemo, you are surprised. Bryce, you are surprised. Daisy, you're surprised. Well, okay, that's an interesting way for it to have gone. But frost salamander does get to go. I don't think it even. Let me see what its passive perception is.
What was it?
It's an ice. It's a frost salamander.
Oh,
14. This is where things get really scary for all of you. It's going to use its freezing breath.
oh.
Ah.
Right. So. Fuck. Need you. Ooh, boy. What's going on here? Zoom out maybe a little bit. So let's flip it and then move it. Yeah, nice. Go like this. Boom. Got a handy dandy tool.
Wow. It's so convenient that that triangle missed us.
Definitely, that's what's happening here. Wait, did this not get?
Definitely
Oh,
hollows.
okay. Blah blah blah. I don't need to fucking measure it. It's all of you. So I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws for me, except for Breeze.
Ha.
All right.
Daisy, I'm moving you. You can be there, but I'm moving your token a little bit so that I can see it.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. It was just glitching out on me. I will say you get your. Well, you already got your bardic inspiration back from.
Oh
from
yeah,
the short
honestly, I didn't mean
so
to.
you're all good. Danny, that is a success.
Why isn't it rolling it? Oh,
That is
there
a
it goes.
that is a failure, Dan.
Yikes.
Oh fuck.
Failure. Cameron,
Oh,
get back.
back.
Cameron, you're making a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okay.
Ooh, that's okay. So if you succeeded, so Cameron and Danny are taking half of this. Josh and Dan Tokar, you are taking the full brunt of this. That is gonna be 42 cold damage.
All right, we get 5.
You say 42?
42.
Jesus Christ.
So I have 42, so that's 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh down to 5 out the gate.
My God.
Oh, I'm down to 5 too. That's crazy. We're twins.
We're gonna die.
Nah,
Maybe.
I've still got 5 HP, dude. No shot.
Danny, you are up. What do you do?
So I am I'm gonna move forward 5, 10, 15,
Jesus,
20.
Okay.
25, 30. Just to distance myself a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna cast I'm gonna cast a level 2 magic missile.
All right. Give me the damage.
What's happening? Does it count all the clues? Okay, nope, they're all, okay.
It's just, you're in charge of figuring out how much damage that is.
5, 10, 12.
Well, it tickles it for sure.
Is it dead?
No.
And then that's my turn.
Okie dokie. We're around then to Nemo.
Oh,
Make
baby.
another survival check for me. Let's see how. Okay, yeah. Ooh, nice. So I've got some good news and bad news for you about this creature. So this is called a frost salamander. It
Guys, this is a frost salamander.
it is from the elemental plane of ice, but sometimes they, on rare occasions, will wander their way onto the material plane in particularly cold areas, such as Icewind Dale. Here's the good news for you: vulnerable to fire damage. Here's the bad news for you: whenever it takes fire damage, it automatically gets its breath weapon back.
Hmm.
What do you do?
I just want to tell everyone that I was spewing that information as it was said to me to the rest of the group, so that everyone knows this exact thing. Hey guys, this thing actually normally lives in the blank plane. Blah blah blah. Fire
I
damage.
think I think we should all cast twinned level 9 scorching rays.
I could do it.
Wait,
Yeah.
does
Before it
twinning
kills
is
them.
can you cast a twin spell on the same target?
A twin spell is doubled, yeah. You just
But
cast it
I
twice.
thought it was
I think you might have to do separate targets, but
yeah, it's target a second creature.
Ah, damn.
I just have it in front of me. If I could do that, that'd be
that would
oof,
be pretty cool.
that'd be a game changer. I'd start pulling some crazy shit.
You also know that they are incredibly lethal creatures, and you should probably fucking run for your life.
God, I really think we should probably run for our lives.
Oh, well,
I've had Danny's characters die on maps shaped like this before.
I'm a little more prepared this time. I will say
Yeah.
it's a little bit harder to take me down this time.
Danny, cast friends.
I got a shield spell. I have Misty Step. I can get out of here.
I have no spell slots, but I can save myself if.
Yes, you
I
do.
don't know.
You have 2 spell slots. You took a short rest.
Do I get them back in short rest?
Yeah, that's Warlock for you, baby.
Oh, it doesn't say that anywhere on here. But okay, I'll take your word.
That is the only reason Warlocks are salvageable.
I was gonna say it feels rough to.
Only have 2 spell slots. Yeah, but yeah, you
Yeah.
get them back on a short rest.
Okay, so then I can do all sorts of stuff then.
What are you doing, Cameron?
I'm going to leave the cave. I'm by the entrance. I'm leaving.
Shit, you're just gonna blow. You also do know that they are pretty fast, so you're probably not gonna be able to straight up outrun it. But okay.
Well, you just told me I should probably.
You should probably find a way to escape. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know what else you're gonna do, right?
I dash action.
You dash action out of the fucking cave. All right. Anything
That's
is
twice
bonus
as
action?
fast.
What was that?
Anything is a bonus action.
I don't think I can.
Can you? What is your?
I'll have you know I can travel 150 feet in one turn.
Oh, just disengage or hide. I mean, you could try to hide as a bonus action from your goblin feature.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll do that.
Okay, make a stealth check for me. Nice, yeah. You run out, and you look left and right, and there's just like a like small mound of snow outside, and you just dart over and dash behind it. You're definitely at the very least out of sight, and it has easier targets in front of it. Breeze, you are startled awake by the sound of this. You see it blast your friends with this icy breath, and you are behind it right now. It doesn't seem to have taken notice of you as of yet.
Which way is it facing?
It's facing towards them. It just
Towards them.
yeah, this way.
Let's think about this. I don't want to attract its attention like at all. Let's create a distraction. I'm going to cast Summon Lesser Demons. Oh, wait, I don't have a vial of blood from a humanoid. Is that okay?
That is, I will say, we'll rule it the same way that they did on Critical Role, where you can cast the spell normally with an arcane focus, but to do the circle thing, you have to actually have the blood. Is that
All
fair?
right, fine.
I will remind you. Well, okay.
They
I will remind you that some demons do fire damage and might immediately give it its breath weapon back.
That's okay if it uses it on them.
Shit. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so I'm casting Summon Lesser Demons.
I
So
feel so
I have to roll a d6.
Oh, d6 for me, yeah.
I'm gonna rock this thing with Create Bonfire.
So we get 2 demons of challenge rating 1 or lower.
Cool. Challenge rating 1.
And I get to pick where they appear, right?
Yep.
I choose the unoccupied space between a range of 60 feet. Okay, so I'm gonna put here,
And I will.
right here.
Hold on. I'm going to give you control of them so that you can.
Oh, I can put them. Okay.
Oh, maybe I can't. I have to be able to. Controlled by.
So I don't really control what they do at all.
No. So actually, yeah. So
So you
okay.
should
For right
probably
now, I'll experiment with that. I know there's a way to do it because I did it for Jess before. So ping where you want them again.
Can you see my arrow?
I can. Yeah.
There.
Boom. So like here and here.
Sure.
And they go on your turn, right?
What kind of demons? No, they roll their own initiative.
They roll their own initiative. It goes. That's right. Initiative. They're quasits. So there's your action. You don't get anything for casting it at a higher level, right?
It's at level 3, so.
Oh, I think it's at a slightly higher level. Getting the...
I get double the demons using a 6th level spell slot.
Okay, so not quite yet.
No.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my movement. Just start trying to like. Is this passable? This little
Yeah. Okay,
I created a distraction.
for sure. Daisy.
And I'm gonna say, guys, let's go. I made a distraction.
All right. If I use the invisibility spell, it's something I touch. Can I touch myself?
Yes.
I touch myself,
Okay.
and I'm gonna become invisible.
You become invisible.
Yourself in the middle of the night.
I'll be here all night, guys. Touching myself.
Better the second time.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah,
It's over.
I wanna touch myself and become invisible until the spell ends.
Comedies in threes.
Up to an hour, as long as it is on the target. So the spell ends for the target that attacks or casts a spell. Okay. Your boy's almost dead. And then can you dash as a bonus action or no?
Only if you have if you're a rogue or you have a special feature that allows you. So no.
So I'm just gonna move as far away as I can towards the entrance.
Okay.
which
Make a
point-
stealth check at advantage for me, because you're invisible.
Stealth check at advantage. Oh,
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
so I can move like 25 feet. something
Yeah.
like
What
that.
you're somewhere over here. I think very quickly this is not going to be on this grid, so I'm not super worried about the exact measurements. And with that, we are are you giving a bardic inspiration as a bonus action at all?
I see. Yeah, I'll give one to mannequin number 5.
And so as you're going away, you turn invisible and you just whisper, "You got this, kid," and then you just
I'm gonna toss
fall.
a pool.
Yeah.
To like catch it with his hand open.
Yeah. Tony,
All right.
you're up against the wall. You've been blasted with this icy breath.
Yeah, it's going great so far. Fuck. Second wind is a bonus action, correct?
Second wind is a bonus action.
We're gonna do second wind.
Okay, good start.
So. All right. So I get 11, no 12,
12 back, and then
and I'm gonna give Daisy and Mannequin.
I don't know where Cameron's token
Yeah.
went, but he's
So
theoretically around here.
I guess
I'm over here.
I let me check my character sheet. I might need to be able to see them.
Ooh, yeah,
I feel like that's probably it.
I think it might. I think
Yeah, I'm outside and I hid. I don't know if you'd be able to see me.
Oh yeah, you're already gone, so probably not. But it
You
might.
can choose up to 3 creatures within 60 feet that are allied with you. You don't have to see them. Oh wait, no, sorry. Yeah, provided that the creature can see or hear you.
Okay, so I'll say Cameron probably can't.
Okay. So
Um,
yeah,
but
Mannequin and Daisy get 6 HP.
You beautiful bastard.
Um, would I be able to light a torch and throw it within one action, or?
oh yeah, no problem.
All right, cool. I'm gonna light a torch and I'm gonna try to huck it like over here.
Gotcha. Just make an athletics check for me.
Sure. That's you can do like hashtag things, or I can't
I
figure
think
it out.
only initiative is set up like
Okay.
that right now. I could set up other ones if people like that. It's up.
Nah, it's not a big deal. I'm used to the character sheet anyway. Um, athletics.
Initiative is just really finicky about actually getting it to go into the turn order, so I created a solution.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, no problem. So what, over here somewhere, just to
Yeah.
create more of a distraction essentially.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna start booking it, whatever you know.
Nice. And then next up are our new summoned buddies. Let's see what they can do.
Hopefully something that distracts it.
No, that's not useful.
I don't know if they're gonna be smart. It just says they pursue and attack the nearest non-demon to the best of their ability.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if they have anything clever. I don't think they do. Disadvantage. Okay, so the one of them is one of them goes flies over around this way and gets right up in its face and is gonna try to scare it.
How lit would it be if it worked?
Yeah, let's see how this works. Let's just see. Okay. So this boy makes a wisdom saving throw. Oh my god. It rolled a 2. So it is frightened.
Wow.
Of the little guy.
Yeah. It just literally goes up in his face and just goes boo.
Real mouse and an elephant situation.
And this one, yeah, this one's that's exactly what it's like. And this one comes up. I'm gonna try to hit it.
But if it hits it, does it become unfrightened?
Nope. But it only rolled a 9, so it does not hit it. But it is certainly distracted. It is going to. It just wildly swipes with one of its claws at it at disadvantage. Wait, how many attacks does it get? 5. Okay. Tries to bite it. Does not hit. Okay. Claws. That is a hit. Does the attacks actually don't do that much damage? That's only 6 damage to it, so it is still up. And at this point, it's not very super smart. So it takes off this way, away from the creature. And at the end of its turn, technically this closet does get a saving attack of opportunity. I mean, oh yeah, it hits it. It has to make a con save. Wow, this has gotten fun, isn't it? It succeeds. Okay, yeah. So that does a little bit of damage as it runs away, and then the thing gets to make a saving throw at the end of its turn to not be frightened. There we go. It is now unfrightened. It's about there, actually. And mannequin number 5, you're up.
I run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I dash and I keep going.
Okay, so okay, you are out of the cave now. So I'm just gonna put characters that are out of the cave are Jason, Mannequin, Tony. I still have no idea where Cameron's token is.
No one could.
I was in the darkness.
Ridiculous. Cameron, you're up next. So you're outside. You're hiding behind this mountain of snow. No, you see a couple of your friends run out, and the creature's not at least immediately behind them. What do you do?
I'm not going to use a dash action, but I am going to continue to move further away. I'm moving another 30 feet, then I'm going to hide again.
Okay. All right, make another stealth check, sure.
I love imagining a goblin running through the snow and then just diving into it like a corgi and then waiting for 6 seconds and then sprinting again, diving.
Exactly, yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
This is Antonio B. realized.
You actually you carve a little chunk out of the ice in the ground, and you get down in the hole and you peek out over. You're well far enough away that it's never gonna be able to see you. Breeze.
So everyone's just hiding?
We've all run. None of us are hiding
We're
but
all
Cam.
run. Only Cameron is hiding.
We're all in sight.
Actually, also, the three of you that were outside do know where Nemo was. At least you see just this little green figure running through the snow.
I feel abandoned. You have not said a word to us. You just turned and ran. And then for all we know, tried to hide from us.
Yeah, you see them come out and you go, oh shit.
You just lost the run.
So it just ran away from the thingamajiggies, right?
Yeah.
It
It is unfrightened now, though, so it'll be turning around and coming back next.
I wonder how far it goes. Oh wait, how far did it go? I can look. I'm stupid. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and slow it down. I'm gonna cast Hunger of Hadar.
Ooh.
And so that's gonna create a 20-foot radius sphere that I will center. I want it to be so that so that the edge of it is where he is. So he starts his turn in it, basically.
He starts his turn in it. Okay, but do you want but more facing to more of it on your side, so that he has to go through it?
Yeah, so it's 20-foot radius. So I ideally would want can I use the ruler, please? Like that whole part, the center of this line, basically.
Gotcha.
So that it.
So starting here.
Yeah. So that the edge of it touches him, and the demons are in it, and.
Gotcha. Okay, and ping the spell for me.
I can't do that because I popped it out. Oh wait, can I? Yes, I can.
Nice. Okay, open a shit. Okay. A 20-foot radius sphere of blackness. Okay. Creature that ends its. That is terrifying. So yeah, all of you as you're running out, you hear these like slurping noises, and you're sure that Breeze is done for. That he is being devoured. But you look back and Breeze is okay, and there's just this pit of darkness where the frost salamander used to be.
And then I'm gonna use my movement. So just kind of
Yeah.
start heading out.
Okay. Wait, I can illuminate. These are blinded. Okay, so he's blinded, so he has no idea where anybody is. Well, first of all, Daisy's up next. So you are outside of the cave. Um, uh, Nemo just hid from you. You're right near your friends Tony and mannequin number 5.
I
Breeze is not far behind you.
I sigh loud enough for everyone to understand that I'm sighing at Nemo. I want him to kind of hear about that. But I also move further away outside the cave and like around the edge.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna use healing word on. Can't use that on myself, right?
Oh, you can.
Oh, can I?
Yep.
Let me see.
You are indeed a creature.
Oh yeah, you guys got hit by
So
stuff.
I could. That's just anybody within range, right?
Yeah.
We're all kind of together, so I'm just gonna use that.
Well, it's one person within range.
Oh, a creature. Oh yeah. You know what? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use that on myself. So I'll just do a.
Alright,
Take it.
nice.
Let me see. I don't think I need to. I'm not gonna take any bonus actions or anything.
Okay.
I guess if I could like not. I don't want to hide, but like be wary of anything that might be coming out of that cave.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'll also be right back.
Go for it. Tony, you're also outside. I think you guys are pretty safely away. We'll see what it can do on its turn.
Right.
But what's your game plan?
I'm gonna follow the movement of Daisy, so that we're all like still together, but obviously heading away.
Yeah.
And I don't really think there's anything useful I can do, so I guess I'll just ready a dodge since Daisy didn't dash.
Gotcha. Sounds good. Alrighty. So both of them are in the Hunger of Hadar, right, Sam?
Yeah, they're all in it.
Okay. So creature.
So they take 2d6 at the start of the turn, and then 2d6 more if they
We're still in
don't get out.
Gotta check their damage resistances. Okay,
So
so they
that-
are resistant.
To cold.
Yeah. So let's see what they got here. Yeah, they're both dead.
They had what, 2 HP?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I solved that potential problem.
Yeah. So that's their turn, and then it is the Frost Salamander, who is immune to cold damage, so he doesn't take any damage. It is difficult to rain, but he does know what direction he's moving in. So what is it? So it's. Is it smart enough to know to go around? As far as it knows, it's blinded. It has no idea where
It might not even know where it ends or
Yeah.
starts.
Yeah, so it's just gonna trudge through. So it goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
Ooh.
Jesus.
So it's like 10 feet away from the edge.
So yeah, so it's still in it.
Yep.
Okay, so it does
But-
take it takes acid damage.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
that's
it gets
right. It makes a dex
it
save.
gets rubbed by tentacles.
That is terrifying. It absolutely fails the saving throw, so it takes 6, great.
It's dead.
No. But it still has no idea. It still can't see or anything. So at this point, I'm going to say if you all continue running, probably can get some distance and manage to escape. The
Word.
question is,
Sweet.
what now? You're out in the cold. It's the middle of the night at this point.
Do you need to go upstairs?
It's about 3 a.m.
Oh god.
The wind
That
is
tree was
blowing.
very far away, right?
The tree is 4 hours in the opposite direction. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel kind of inspired by all of these burrowing shits that live out here. Maybe we can dig a hole in the snow. It's a good insulator.
You get some. Yeah, that could definitely work.
I believe I already started to dig a hole for hiding.
Do you guys want to do that then?
Yeah.
Something?
Dig a hole?
Yeah, like kind of like a cave.
Yeah, that's fine with me actually. I'm definitely good with that.
Alright.
I'm not very strong, but I can help if you need it.
You all, I think,
No,
all of
don't,
you work
don't say that about yourself.
all of you working together can manage to make a hole big enough, a hole big enough for it to block yourself from most of the wind. It's still definitely uncomfortable and unpleasant, but you're not gonna die of frostbite.
Mhm.
Cool.
It takes a while for all of you to fall asleep. That was quite the struggle, but eventually you do find sleep. Take a long rest.
Oh, sweet, we get one.
Yeah.
Just for the hell of it, if we sleep anywhere that's dark, I can turn invisible.
Turn invisible? Yeah, nice.
So, yeah,
Nice.
if that ever comes up,
Okay.
because it doesn't cost me anything to do.
Yeah, it's just free, so why not? It is, and you definitely you're about 4 hours behind schedule from your kind of broken up long rest, but you're still on track to make it there in 2 days. No problem. So you've got one more day of travel ahead of you. I'm gonna ask for one D100 roll. Please, for the love of God,
I feel like I shouldn't touch it.
for all of your sakes.
If you want to be safe, someone else should roll. I have a bad history on roll 20.
Okay, I'm gonna use Dan's roll. It was first. Your second day of travel is uneventful.
It's
You
great.
definitely are. You go a little bit slower than you did maybe yesterday. To keep your eye out for things. You're all constantly watching out for things burrowing underneath you in the ice. But the snowstorm eventually relents somewhat. It's still snowing, but you can actually see more than 15 feet in front of you, which is great. And you begin here. I'm going to move this over to this to come across these stone like pillars, essentially, which Dan, Tony would know are the marks that you are starting to get into Iron Master territory.
Sweet.
You breathe a sigh of relief as you get the last leg of the journey. It gets easier and easier until hold on, I need to get this open. You actually can see the city. It's nestled into basically this giant cliff of ice that disappears over the known as the Shanehan River, which then is what you've been following, but then opens up finally into the sea of moving ice. And you can see stone towers rising like spikes from the valley floor. There's a wall around the city, and at this point, Dan, Tony would know that if the rest of the party, without permission, goes any closer to the city, they could be in big trouble. What would you all like to do?
Sorry,
I'm
I
gonna
was
let him know about that, and say maybe I should just go ahead real quick and try to get everybody in.
I tilt my head and I ask if I count.
It's only dwarfs, right?
Only dwarves, yeah.
So I'm a goblin. Do you think we could kind of like disguise me in any way, or like put on some makeup?
Maybe.
That seems like a risk.
I
I'll
don't
say
think we
no,
can
no,
resist
no,
that
never
yet.
mind, guys. Never mind, guys. I'll just wait out here. It's fine.
Can I? So, all right. Sorry, I was gone for a few minutes. Are we at Iron Master?
You're at Iron Master. The problem currently now is that only dwarves are allowed to set foot inside Iron Master itself. So options are you could split up some and Tony could go forward.
Do I know if exceptions are ever made to that rule?
The Council of Elders can on occasion will make exceptions, but you would still have to go in and make that case or get in contact with them somehow.
Yeah, I feel like if you were gonna go that angle, you should like try to be an ambassador before just bringing us in, and then
Yeah. I was literally gonna say we're on like a diplomatic mission right now.
We are on a diplomatic mission, so
Yeah.
I think it's fine. You can go and talk ahead, and then we'll wait.
Okay, so
Alright. I mean,
Tony,
I'm just throwing this out there.
oh, go ahead.
If we feel like using all my spells immediately, I could fly above and then cast Charm Person on whoever you're trying to convince.
what's the range on Charm Person?
I don't know.
Wanna skip it?
After running from that cave,
Yeah, 30 feet.
I'm
That
sorry,
would-
what did you say, Josh?
That would be
did we have
difficult.
any rest?
Yeah, you guys successfully did get a long rest.
But I could target 3 people.
I think they might notice you from 30 feet in the air and tell you to leave.
But if it's a shadowy area, then I can turn invisible.
Ooh,
I think this is probably not a good idea.
probably not, but that doesn't mean I don't like it.
Alright, you can go. It's fine.
Alright.
Okay, so the rest of you find a place to set up camp. You start a fire. You know, also as the one benefit is in the shadow of Iron Master, this great dwarven city, you are relatively safe. So you take a well deserved couple of hours off as Tony goes forward. You can see these stone menhirs that mark the city. They have the symbol of a red anvil on a gray diamond, and that's the symbol of Iron Master. And as you approach, there are dwarven guards at the gate with that symbol on their shields that are literally like blocking it with these great axes. But as you step forward, they step aside. And
Alright.
as you walk forward,
Did anybody want me to buy anything while I'm here?
No, not specifically.
this is it's a dwarven city, so it is known for its forging, its construction, that kind of stuff. I need come up if I do it that way. But if I search this way, you run into there's actually a dwarf that is posted there to meet incoming visitors. Essentially, it's a young dwarven male, red beard.
Okay. I'm gonna say,
And
oh,
just eyes you up and down.
All right, that's a little cold.
Yeah, yeah. Have you has Tony been to Iron Master before?
Um, if he went all the way up north here, I would assume he visited at least, but probably not like extensively.
Extensively, yeah. What brings you all this way? We don't often get visitors down from. Where's Tony from? Is Tony from the south? I feel like Tony was from the south. I
Yeah,
don't
he's
remember.
not from up here, that's for sure.
Yeah. We don't often get visitors from southerners.
Hey, how you doing? Actually, I'm coming from up north right now. I was just in Bryn Shandir. Um,
His eyes light up immediately.
oh, did you hear about what happened?
Yeah, we heard about what happened. I gotta ask, is Algrek okay?
Yeah, she just got promoted, not under great circumstances, but yeah, she actually she sent me and some fellow adventurers down here. They're not dwarves, so they're outside the city right now. Uh, trying to
Kind of
respect the
nods in
customs.
approval.
Yeah.
Clearly excited to hear that Algrek is okay, but tries to like mask it,
Yeah.
like doing the job. Uh, then I suspect you're here to try to ask for reinforcements.
Yeah, I'm here on her behalf. She really trusts you guys, and she's just trying to make sure that her city stays safe.
Well, let me tell you, the elders are not so keen on the idea. As soon as I heard about the attack, I've been trying to get them on board, but you know how the older folks tend to feel about 10 towners, about humans in general.
Yeah, I
But
got you.
maybe if you gave them some of the information about what went down there, maybe they would be more keen on the idea of helping. I don't know. My hands are tied here. I'm I'm not exactly one with a large amount of authority, unfortunately.
I got you, and I appreciate you bringing the topic up to them already. Yeah, I'd be happy to tell them again from firsthand experience.
Have you any news on the movements of the tribe of the elk?
Would those be some barbarians?
Yeah, big burly guys, real tall. Got
Uh, I
bone
mean, we
armor.
we ran into some barbarians on the road, but we just killed them all. I'm not sure if they were those ones.
Yeah, that would be them.
All right, yeah. Well, I think we killed them all. Yeah,
You killed them all
yeah.
eight.
They were only like what, like 20 something?
No, you're mistaken there, sir. There's last our scouts saw there was about 800 of them moving up north.
Oh, oh, to Bryn Shandir?
Probably, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, well we ran into like 20 of them, so
Must have
knock
been.
that down to 780.
Did any of them get away?
Fuck, I don't think so. You, I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm pretty sure we got them all. I'm 90% sure we got them all.
Well, that's a relief. Jesus, you guys got here fast though.
Oh yeah, we took the shortcut along the river.
Holy
Um,
shit!
yeah, we ran into some hiccups here and there.
You bet.
Yeah.
This is fucking suicide mission. Well, clearly not. You're here, but who on whose authority did you make that decision?
Whose authority?
We got a great guide. He's a real nice fella, about our height. Great guy.
Well,
He really helped us out.
do you part of what the Eldritch have been saying is that even if we were to send reinforcements, there's no way they get there in time, right? Walking all that way around, we're already a couple days behind them. But do you think your navigator could get
Oh, for sure.
across?
He's the tits, man. He's gonna get you there.
He's the
Yeah. No, I
All
100%.
right. We cut out. We take the shortcut, travel across the river.
Yeah, head him off at the pace. You know how it is.
And I'm sorry, who is this? Who is this navigator?
Oh, this guy. I can't believe you haven't heard of him. He's huge around here, or at least in Bridgehandir. What the fuck is his name, Cameron?
Nemo.
Nemo. Oh yeah,
Nemo
Nemo.
Winterbelly.
Nemo Winterbelly. They call him Finding Nemo. He can find anything. He's the best guy.
I've never heard of the Winterbelly clan. Where are they from?
I don't know where he's from.
From Mirabir or something like that, right?
From Good Mead.
Oh yeah, he's from the 10 Towns. He's a local.
What kind of dwarf?
Oh, I didn't say he was a dwarf.
Well, I figured if he was so capable.
Oh well, yeah, I mean, there are exceptions to every rule. He's very capable, yet not a dwarf.
He is both.
Trust me. This guy, if you want to help out Ogric, this guy is your best bet. He can get us there in time. Otherwise, she's toast.
Do you think if I could get permission for you and this Nemo Winterbelly, you said?
Yeah, Winterbelly.
If we could get you and him in front of the council, if I got permission, you think you could convince them?
Oh, for sure. There's no doubt. I mean, once they take a look at his skills, 100%. I mean, if it's not too much trouble, I would appreciate it if the entire party could come in. We did risk life and limb, and we're on a diplomatic mission here. I hate to leave him outside.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
All right.
Which I believe you have expertise on.
Do I get expertise in things?
Oh, that might be at 7th level. That might be the so not quite yet.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's definitely good enough anyway. He's like,
Sweet.
I'll go get the paperwork. Meet me at the front gate.
Thank you so much. I'll see you there.
So while this is going on, and while he's in there, I'd really like to be trying to deepen my relationship with mannequin number 5.
Okay, yeah. Give me some of that.
We're just kind of standing out there. We're just kind of I'm kind of arms crossed, pacing around.
My arms are also crossed. I'd say I'm walking next to him and turning when he does.
And I'll say, so where you from?
Does mannequin number 5
Icewind Dale. Yeah, I talk.
The perfect character for Danny.
I
Wait,
was.
You don't talk?
No, I talk.
Okay,
Voice.
I said, where are you from?
I said Icewind Dale.
Oh, my bad.
I was built there. Or I was built somewhere. I was dropped there. I'm pretty sure I was built there. I'm not totally sure. That's what I remember.
So, how can I, I don't know if this is, offensive to ask, but, can I ask
Oh,
how
boy.
you're alive?
Mannequin just looks like he has no face, but the head looks into the air, and then it looks down, and then it looks at its hands, and it's just, I don't know. I assume magic, but I don't know.
No, dude, I said, no offense. No offense.
It's not offense. I don't know what I am.
You've never thought about this at all?
I haven't been alive that long.
How long have you been alive?
Like 10 years.
10 years. That's not that long a time.
No, not at all.
I for some reason I thought that you'd been around longer than that. but I
No.
guess
Not
never
not.
mind.
So like, do you have any like interests or hobbies or like likes and dislikes? Like what kind of makes you tick?
I like watching people.
You like watching people. I mean, I kind of find that relatable. You know, people they perplex me sometimes. You know,
Yeah, I find that's the only way I learn things. I just copy people.
that's a great philosophy on life. I think I could do a lot more of watching and learning, but I just kind of get in these cycles where I'm just living myself, and I don't listen or watch or do anything.
Throughout the course of the conversation, Mannequin's posture slowly changes to replicate yours. And he's just nodding his head along as you talk.
You know, and then the camera pulls out, and we're just kind of standing. Like we're having a casual back and forth, but like there's no real content, but like it's like a oh, this is a bonding thing, and then like some like wholesome music comes on in the background, you know.
Wow. So, I guess next session, next week, will be we'll have some we've had a lot of hitting things and running away from things thus far, but we'll have a little bit of an RP session. You guys can potentially convince the elder clan masters of Iron Master to send their reinforcements to Bryn Shandair and potentially save 10 towns, as well as, of course, the rest of 10 towns, which, if Bryn Shandair falls, are certainly toast, including your parents there, Cameron. So,
Yeah.
high stakes a little bit. Unless anybody else has anything that they would like to get done before we stop.
No, I think I'm good.
I told you that the upper pass was going to be a bit more risky.
Yeah, there was definitely some stuff in there. Greg was going off in the chat about how dangerous it was.
It was wild. I'm glad we went in that cave though. That was a good show.
I got kicked out of the military group, being able to not have to hold back my cool powers.
Hell
Fucking
yeah.
Hunger of Hadar is some cool ass shit.
It's
Yeah,
free,
never seen that before.
but I mean,
I
I
only own the
hope you
Warlock.
guys weren't too freaked out by it.
Nah, I barely noticed. I was looking the other way.
That's good.
I was hiding
really-
in snow
I really-
piles.
Couldn't do a spell like that around the, God-fearing fighter types.
Fighters are squares, man.
Nerds, the whole bunch of them.
Yeah. Always doing their divine smite or whatever.
Quickening spells and such.
Yeah, you know, classic fighters singing songs.
Singing songs, building robots.
Everything fighters do. Raising the dead.
Alrighty then.
We got there. We did it.
Definitely kind of interesting. I haven't run anything that has this level of like navigation and exploring and stuff, so that's gonna take some getting used to. But I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
You guys rolled for I did pick out. I've kind of altered my random encounters list for some more spicy things, like using stuff for like Mordenkainen's and stuff, which is where that frost salamander is from and stuff. So we will. I don't know how much more time you guys are gonna end up spending up here in like Icewind Dale and the mountains and stuff, but we will see. Or heading down eventually to Waterdeep.
Word.
All right. I am gonna hop off then. Thank you guys all for playing.
Same.
Thank you.
Fun.
It was a good time. There's